welcome to Enigma Esoteric. In today's reading, we are looking at the month of June. So we're going to just kind of keep it open, see what the general energies are, what you can expect. We'll try to get as much detail as possible. So yeah, we've got three groups here. We've got Shadokite, which is the first group. The second group is Orange Calcite. And the third group here is the Solicit. So go ahead, take a nice deep breath and choose whichever group you're drawn to, and I will see you over in your reading. All right, hello, group one. You guys chose the Shadokite, and this is a beautiful blue stone here. It's really good for working with your psychic communication. It's good for spiritual awakening, connecting to truth, to your intuition. So perhaps some of those themes are going to be playing out for you this month. But let's see what comes up. What's coming up in the month of June, Spirit? Please tap me in. For those who chose this group, what is the energy for June? Yes, there she is, Truth, Queen of Swords. What else? Month of June. Those who chose this group, Spirit. Got the Five of Swords. And the Five of Cups. I'm hearing, as I'm looking at the Five of Swords, ponderance, which is interesting. It's like pondering something. Oh, and we've got the Sun. These all fit. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. And we've got the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's about celebration and fun. I'm going to pull some more cards here so I tap into this energy. Spirit, tell me more. North Node, Destiny. It's powerful. June, for those who chose this group. Please, Spirit, what can they expect? I was really drawn to colors, so I chose decks that have a lot of bright, vivid colors. So I feel like this month there's going to be kind of a collective awakening coming through. So we have Tangerine, be spontaneous and have fun. Citrus is always a nice, refreshing, new energy, a cleansing. Let's see what else. Ah, happiness. Beautiful with the Sun here. And let's see, just want to pull a few more. Get everything on the table. Limitless. Beautiful rainbow energy. Look at that. I knew I was drawn to these bright, vivid colors. We have Burnout. What else, Spirit? Transformation. Nice. And I want to pull one from here. Month of June, for those who chose this group, please. Mountains. Obstacles. And then, despite all of these colorful cards, I was drawn to this deck. This is an oracle, I think, that you can kind of color each card. So I just kind of wanted to see, how are you going to be coloring your month ahead? So Spirit, how will they be coloring their month ahead? Energy healing, physical, emotional, ancestral healing, circulate life force. Yes. So right off the bat. And we also have creativity here at the bottom. And I feel that's very much tied into the sacral chakra. You're going to have a lot of epiphanies. You may take up some new hobbies. Maybe you've always wanted to try painting. You might join a class to do that. But with the mountains here, the obstacles, the burnout, I feel like a lot of you are at a place where you are going to be pondering change. It feels like there's an energy here of feeling unfulfilled where you are. Now that can be really in any area of life. That can be in your career path. It can be in a relationship. It can be with kind of friendships. I'm just getting a sense of things feeling kind of stale and feeling very uninspired. Perhaps you've been kind of struggling with having energy. Maybe you're not sleeping at night. When you do sleep, you're still tired. And it feels like your soul is kind of calling you to make a change here. Because as I'm looking at these, I'm feeling like a cycle needs to close out. And you're going to be getting some sort of truth delivered this month that is going to make it all clear of what you need to do. Because I'm drawn to these rainbows that look like wheels. It's like something's going. It's like I need to get off of the, I've been on the hamster wheel for too long. I've been stuck here for too long, wherever this is, whatever this is pertaining to. And it feels like you're wanting, your soul is kind of crying out here for some sort of a shift and almost like a cosmic intervention for you to step out of whatever is causing this burnout where you just feel like you're always at the base of the mountain. You know, I take a few steps and I feel like I'm backsliding. And that can happen sometimes when we're not really following our soul's path, which happens. You know, we live in this dense 3D world and, you know, we have to work. We have to have maybe jobs that we aren't passionate about, but we have, you know, we have to put a roof over our head. We have to take care of the essentials. But it feels like this month, you're really questioning that. You're really questioning, right, your destiny. Do I feel like I am fulfilling my soul's purpose? Am I stuck somewhere? Am I stuck in a relationship? Am I stuck in a rut? Am I stuck in a job that is just kind of draining my life force? If so, what changes do I need to make? Because we've got 5, 5, 5. That is the number of change. So you are definitely being called to take a look at that and see where you can make these changes. And I feel like you are going to have some sort of intuitive hit. I'm hearing the straw that broke the camel's back. So there may be something coming up that happens that causes a bit of disappointment, that kind of pushes you to be in that Queen of Swords energy and say, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm cutting ties with this once and for all. I'm going to take a leap. I'm going to make that change. I'm going to go towards the sun, go towards the light, go towards my passion, my creativity, and I'm going to pursue what I want to pursue. Because you are limitless, right? All of these limitations that we have, they tend to be self-imposed because they're through conditioning. You know, as humans, we've learned to accept limits, but really in reality, our souls are absolutely limitless because we're energy and energy is boundless. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be taking that leap because as we get towards the end of the month here, you're really feeling, I'm hearing sound and calm, and it's like you found the path. You found the path where you're meant to go. And it's going to bring you into alignment here. And you're going to find that things are going to flow. Life, you're going to have energy again, right? You're going to feel very enthusiastic. It's like all of a sudden falling in love with life again. I do feel that a lot of you will connect with friends and you will go out and have some fun. I know that we're heading into summer here, so in the Northern Hemisphere, so you might be going to like barbecues, pool parties, just kind of outdoor. I'm seeing like a lot of outdoor venues, get-togethers, and I feel like that's really going to inspire you and just kind of give you an infusion of group energy that's really going to just propel you and give you the courage and the motivation to make this change in your life, to pursue whatever it is that brings you happiness. I do feel that a lot of you will, I'm seeing somebody like shifting gears. So I feel like if this is a career situation, you may kind of make the decision, okay, if there's a certification I need to get, if I need to enroll in some sort of training program, if I need to go back to school, you're going to take the steps to do that. And I do see that you will find mentorship. You will find somebody who will be able to help guide you, who's already in that industry that maybe you're now wanting to pursue, and they will be able to give you some very valuable advice on how to do this. Beautiful energy. That's a lot more than I thought was going to come through as I was tapping into this, but this feels like a huge shift. So definitely keep an eye out for 555, 55. I'm seeing that as being like breadcrumbs. They're showing me like Hansel and Gretel leaving the breadcrumbs. So it's going to lead you to this destined path, this path towards your passion. Lovely energy. So now I want to kind of keep these readings short. I want to pull, let's just see like different areas of life here that might come up. If there's any additional information. So I'm going to pull some charms, might be kind of loud. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully you can read this. It's kind of dark in here today. All right, let's see what we have here. Let me turn these over. Nice. This ties in. So you're being asked right here with the avoid and the balloons. I feel like you're being asked to stay grounded. I do feel that with this shift, whatever it is that you're going to be deciding to pursue, they are just kind of cautioning you to still be grounded, still be logical about it. Be very strategic about how you approach this change. So for instance, if you are going to be going back to school or you're going to be getting a certificate, you need to get the finances together. You may need to continue working, your existing job just to kind of bridge you until you can get what you need to move forward, if that makes sense. That's just an example coming through, but it feels like staying grounded this month is going to be kind of a key. So maybe, I don't know, getting a grounding pad, going outside, putting your feet in the grass, just kind of being in your body, being rooted. We have organized and we have the white glove here. So I feel like a lot of you, I'm hearing summer cleaning. So we always have spring cleaning, but I feel like a lot of you are really getting organized in your environment. So maybe you're clearing stuff out. You're going to have a garage sale or donations, donate old clothing. But it feels like this refresh is really going to bring in some good energy because you're letting the universe know, I'm letting go of these things. I'm ready to bring in the new. It also feels like you're getting mentally organized. So again, with that Queen of Swords energy, you're confronting a lot of truths. You're kind of compartmentalizing and organizing your thoughts and crafting a plan of how to get to where you want to go. I'm hearing to follow your bliss. Yeah. Interesting. We have opportunity here. We have the light bulb. We have no, and we have Saturn. And it's also, Saturn is bridging intuition here. So I feel like you intuitively know that whatever this is, there's been it's time to make a choice here. You've been stuck too long. And it feels like it served a purpose, it's helped you grow on a soul level, which is what we're here to do, but you're ready to move on, and your soul is telling you that. And so now you're going to take that leap and start, or at least start taking steps. So you're going to be led to an opportunity. You're going to have an aha moment. Now with the no here, I'm hearing discernment. So you need to be discerning. And again, this ties in with being grounded. So opportunities may come in. It may be tempting to kind of go and apply for something if this is a job to, you know, oh, I don't want to be in my current job anymore. Yeah, I'll just apply to anything, and whatever I get, I'm going to take. Be discerning, right? You have the skills, you have options here. You can absolutely, yeah, I just keep hearing be discerning. Don't take the first thing. Be strategic. Make a plan. But you will have opportunities presented to you. With romance, we have, this looks like a wasp. And with wasp energy, it's very protective. So I feel like if you are in a connection, you have somebody around you, your partner, who is going to be very, very protective of you. I'm hearing, for somebody out there who must want to know, they defend you when you're not around. So if you're in dating somebody, or your spouse, whatever the situation is, if you're kind of questioning, you know, do they ever really stick up for me when I'm not around? Yes, they do. They absolutely defend you. They protect you. I'm hearing like some of you, that may be a question with their family. Maybe there's some family concerns. Family isn't particularly kind to you, and you kind of wonder, well, do they side with their family when I'm not around? They don't. They absolutely defend you. So that's very specific, but that's coming through. Finances, we have the scythe. There may be a little bit of a loss this month. I'm just seeing kind of an unexpected expense coming up. This could be a car repair or a home repair, something coming up where you didn't plan for it, but now it's here and you have to do it. So they're just saying, you know, as you go through the month, be financially cautious. Don't overspend, you know, just be, again, strategic. Strategy keeps coming through for you this month. Be strategic with your finances. I do see that you will recover from this hit. It feels like a small hit. I don't want to say, it feels like a repair of some sort where it's like, oh, I have to get the washer and dryer fixed or something. You'll recover from it. It's not going to be huge, but it's just kind of a reminder that you need to kind of save for a rainy day, or save for when something comes up unexpectedly. Trouble, we have the rings here. So this indicates partnership. Again, it kind of ties back to that general energy. This could be in your romantic partnerships. This could be in a friend group. This could be the workplace. It's just, they're highlighting that it's time to break free from something. And if there are troubles coming up, they will be resolved, because I see you being very shrewd and very tapped in to your intuition. You will intuitively know how to handle this. Yeah, they're not giving me much else on that. Friendship. We have the spirituality cards and the spider web. I feel like for a lot of you, there's going to be a deepening of a friendship, and it feels like this is somebody that you've known for years. This could be someone from childhood, or somebody you've known for at least 10 years. And there's going to be just a deepening of this friendship. You're going to feel much more connected to each other, and much more appreciative that you've both kind of have been at each other's sides as you've gone through life together. Yeah. I'm hearing that Huey Lewis in the news song, Stuck on You. I think he's the one that sings it. But it's like there's a really tight bond here. And I'm hearing it's only going to get better. So that's wonderful. And then for home, we have magic. The big ta-da. For some of you, you may be doing a home improvement that perhaps is going to cost a bit more than you had planned, but the results are going to be phenomenal. For others, I'm hearing specifically if you're looking for a home, you're going to find something and you're going to be blown away at how affordable it is, or something. I'm hearing like the stars align to make this happen for you. So if you are looking for a place, you will find it, and it's going to work out even better than you could have ever imagined. All right. I want to see what else. Let's see. Your love of life can carry you through any circumstance. Yes. I think in the beginning I had said like you're falling back in love with your life because you're pursuing your passions. So always lean on that. And that is going to just move you through. And it's going to help guide you. So I'm going to pull some significant dates here. So we've got the 13th, the 28th, the 8th, and the 22nd. So those days may be significant. How about blessings, Spirit? Any blessings coming through this month for those who chose this group? Okay, so you've got an apology. Somebody's going to be coming through. We've got abundance mindset. Yeah, I'm hearing what goes out will come back in. So if there is a loss or, you know, getting hit with an unexpected financial cost, you're going to be able to recoup that because luck is on your side, and it really is. This apology, I feel, is going to have to do with this partnership. This could be even somebody at work, maybe a coworker gets a little gruff with you. They will come back around and apologize, but it feels very equal, reciprocal, and fair, this energy that you're in this month. So yeah, start planting those seeds, start making that change because you're going to be very lucky. So take advantage of it. I want to pull one more card. Oh, we have the Happy Witch. I'm going to read. This is like one of the few decks that I actually will read the book. So let's see, that's 22. The Happy Witch sprinkles her magic stardust of happiness into your heart and mind. She makes you smile at the wonder of life and encourages you to show others this brightness. Happiness is shared happiness. Wait, happiness shared is happiness double, sorry. Resulting in a great reward for you. Yes. So your love of life, I know things have felt very drab and humdrum, but you are moving towards the light. You're being led to your soul's path to get back on track, and let your happiness guide you, right? With all of this beautiful bright orange color. What ignites your passion? Follow that, because happiness is always it's never gonna steer you wrong. It will always steer you on the path you're meant to be. Wow. That is a wonderful energy for this month. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope this reading brought you guys some clarity and some guidance. And if you liked it, please like it. Please subscribe. If you'd like to leave a comment, I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, welcome to your reading, Group 2. You chose the orange calcite. This is a beautiful stone. It really evokes feelings of creativity, joy, emotional balance, positivity, and stability. So we'll see if that comes through in your reading, but it's a lovely, bright stone. So we're looking at June. What does June have in store for those who should? Actually, I'm going to start off with this deck. So I was drawn for this month to do very colorful decks. And I have this deck here, which is it's kind of a color your own. So I thought we'd start off with a theme of how will you be coloring your month ahead? So let's see. Those who chose group 2, Spirit, how will they, what's the theme of their month? How will they be coloring their month ahead? Okay, deep stillness, meditation, enter the void, awaken within, inner space. Let's pull one more. I'm sensing a little bit more vitality, and I almost feel like that's kind of a past energy. That's how things have been in recent months for you guys. So let's see, Spirit. Energy healing. I think group 1 got this card. Physical, emotional, ancestral healing, circulate, life force. Okay. Interesting imagery here. We have these chakras, but we also have this astronaut outfit here. I feel like there's something otherworldly that's going to come about for you this month. I'm seeing like a rocket taking off. It's like something's going to transpire that kicks in and you take off like a rocket. But it feels like you're ready for it. It feels like like I said, I feel like this is past energy. So they're really reiterating here. It's like you feel like you're in a sense of balance here. You're ready to receive this. You're ready to go, right? You're suited up. You're ready to take off. Because this crystal here, like I said, it's balance, you know, creativity. There's something exciting happening here. That's what I'm feeling. My energy's kicking in here. Yeah, something, let's see, what else? June. Okay, we have the Death card. Right, we need, all endings are necessary in order to have a new beginning. So that ties in. Yes, the Fool. So there's definitely a shift happening here where you're closing something out, but it feels like it's time. It feels like you're ready to close this out. You know you're closing it out and you're ready to step into the new. And again, I'm getting this like taking off like a rocket energy. What else? Love these cards. So we have the 9 of Swords with the Emperor. Kind of a hippie emperor. Yeah. It's like there's a sense of being in control and ready to receive this fresh new start. We'll get more information here, but you're closing something out and it feels like something has been kind of dragging you down for quite some time. This could be your thoughts that have kind of taken over. And it feels like you've done a lot of work on yourself in recent months to kind of get into alignment here, release this. And so when this fresh new beginning comes in, you're ready for it, but you're not rigid about it. The Emperor card typically is somebody who is a leader, who's in control, but they give off a very stern vibe. This is someone who's kind of in control. They have a lot of experience, but they're ready, kind of a come what may energy. Whatever life throws at me, I can handle it. And I'm not taking life too seriously, but I am in a place of control, if that makes sense. So let's keep going. What else, Spirit? Month of June. Yes, first house. So that is the house of self. This is your physical body, your outlook, your self-image, your life philosophy. Perhaps you're releasing these negative thoughts and you're kind of loosening up a bit, welcoming in whatever comes in. I'm in a state of readiness. I release what doesn't need to be here. I step into the new wholeheartedly. These are typically Aries. Aries energy is very boundless. It's pioneering. It's a go-getter. just going for the gusto energy. Some of you may also work on your physical self. You may be getting into an exercise program or joining a gym, joining CrossFit. Because I am sensing like a group. There's like body improvement, but with a group component. Maybe you're taking a class on the chakras. Maybe you're taking a Reiki class. There's something there. You're connecting with people who are going to help you with energy work, help you continue on with getting yourself into alignment. Beautiful. So let's see what else. The month of June, what does it have in store for you guys? Yes, lovely strength. Yes, this feels like personal strength, you know, inner strength, physical strength. Because I keep seeing somebody in the gym, like just pushing themselves, but also I'm seeing somebody like doing puzzles, like crossword puzzles and stuff. There's a learning component here. I wonder if you guys are going to be starting a new class or starting something just kind of even informal learning. There's something here about acquiring more knowledge. What else? I love all these colors too. Ah, oh, love that. Aqua, experience peace and calm. Yes, ties in here with this energy, with this kind of cool, calm, collected, yet in control. Love that. Let's get some more. You may also be laying out by the pool or by some sort of body of water and gathering emotional insight, connecting with your intuition more through a body of water. Ooh. Look at that. So we have the woodpecker on the door. Opportunity comes knocking. Yes, with the Fool here. You're definitely stepping into something brand new. And we have nourishment while waiting. Yeah, again, you're not in a rush. You're not in a rush to make anything happen, but you're ready for it. You're ready for whatever this is that comes along. And you're working on yourself as you do it. There's no sense of urgency here. You feel very much in alignment, very peaceful. Forgiveness. So a lot of blues here. Yeah, and we have sorrow, the bottom of the deck. So kind of tied in with this Nine of Swords. You may be healing from something, or you may have in the past months here been working on healing from something that was very shocking, devastating. This could be a breakup. This could be some sort of a loss of a job, or something that you really counted on. And it feels like you've been doing a lot of clearing, a lot of healing, and forgiving yourself, forgiving all those involved. And it's showing in your energy. And this is the month now that you're going to finally be able to step in and kind of leave that behind. So good work, you guys. Yes, we have finances. I feel like some of you may have taken a financial hit here in the past, and you're learning to kind of be smarter with your money. You've learned from it. But we also have strength here. I do see you I'm hearing fortifying your finances this month. So if you have experienced a loss, you will be able to reclaim it. And we have the red door here with opportunity. So this could also be an opportunity for more income, increased income coming your way. So kind of be on the lookout for that. And we have metamorphosis, butterfly. Yes. You're definitely changing. You're changing your outlook. You've been changing. You've been growing, healing, aligning. And now it's like it's integrating. It's all coming together for you this month. Beautiful. Let's see. What else do I want to pull? Let's do some charms. See if we can get any more specific information here. Hopefully you guys can see this. It's a little dark in here. This may be a little loud. What else for June? couple more. June. Okay, turn these over. Yeah, I'm seeing some. Okay. So let's start at the top here. We have gift, and we have the hanging on your every word charm. I feel like this month, you're going to be very gifted when it comes to speaking. So if you need to do public speaking, if you're a writer, if you have to get an idea across and you have to do it through either the written word or verbal, maybe you do presentations, you're going to do very well. I'm hearing it's like a seamless month, a month for seamless communication for you. So if you have a text that you've been wanting to send somebody that you're not sure how to word it, it will come easily. Your words are going to flow and people are going to be very responsive to what you have to say. So it's a great month for communication for you. Yeah, we have the avoid here. We have the money. So I do hear that you're going to be fortifying your finances this month. So just be cautious with spending, don't go overboard. Just kind of be conservative this month and save what you can. I don't think you're going to have any unexpected surprises, but just kind of putting away for a rainy day would be best. We have health here. We have the hat, the magic, the energy. I feel like with this first house energy here, like I said, I keep seeing you working on yourself. Like you're wanting to get fit and strong. And I feel like you're going to have a wonderful month of health. So definitely take advantage of that. If you've been under the weather, if you've been having aches and pains, I see that dissipating and you're just going to feel full of vitality here. We have intuition with the sun. Yes, it kind of ties in with that Pool card. How I said you're going to be connecting with your intuition, connecting with your emotional side through a body of water. So I don't know if you have a vacation planned or a little getaway. It can be a day trip. If you go visit a lake, go visit a river, a creek, something. You're going to really connect with yourself when you do that, and you're going to become much more clear. We have idea with Elfin, which is an ending. I feel like it's tying into this Nine of Swords card, these thoughts that have been, this difficulty that you've been going through and that you've been healing from. You're putting that behind you. Because I'm just with the idea, I'm getting like that swords energy, that thought, if you've been ruminating, but I don't feel like you have. I feel like the majority of you have been closing this out, but there may still be a little bit lingering in June, which is totally fine. It's totally natural, but I don't see it consuming you. I see you just moving on from this. I'm seeing like a snake crawling out of its old skin, slowly but surely. So it's like at the tail end and it's just about to kind of wiggle out. So keep doing what you're doing and it's going to get better. Friendship. We have cycles, lunar cycles, and the microphone. I feel like some of you, actually, I'm seeing somebody up on stage doing karaoke. So I see like a night out with friends doing karaoke, just having fun. I see it's going to be a very social month because I do see you joining groups. I was seeing like exercise classes. I see you meeting new people through classes, through work, and kind of, hanging out with them in the off hours. And this is just because it's time for you to come out of your shell. I don't know what's going on astrologically for you. Maybe that has something to do with it, but I feel like you've been in a hibernation. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself with releasing and shedding, and now you're coming out. So I'm hearing that Diana Ross song, I'm coming out. So you want to come out and be social. So it's going to be a great month for that. Lesson, we have the seeing eye here. I feel there's going to be a lot of reflection for you this month. You're going to be kind of, like I said, still doing a look back, but you can see it from a higher level now. It's not going to drag you down. You can see it for what it is. You're going to be able to just take the lessons. Well, what did I learn? Okay, I know for next time. And you're still, like I said, releasing. So you're going to have a lot of clarity, and it's also tied into your intuition here. So you may want to keep a journal Just, you know, you're going to get a lot of aha moments, connecting the dots. Write them down. Break. We have the white glove. I feel like a lot of you are kind of breaking away from perfectionist tendencies. Yeah, that's an interesting message. So if you've been somebody maybe who's a little bit rigid, maybe you prevent yourself from joining new things because you put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect the first time, even if it's something you've never done before, you're releasing that. So I'm just getting a sense of real freedom here this month. Like you're opening up, you're trying new things. You're not so self-conscious about, I have to do this, or, oh, everyone's going to judge me. You're leaving that behind. And it's really going to help you grow and really elevate. You know, may tie in, maybe you're afraid to do karaoke or you're shy. You're going to get up and do it. That could be literal or it could be an analogy. But and then with home, we have the poison. So I don't think anybody's, you know, it's not literal. There may be a little bit of toxicity in your home environment. And this could have to do, you know, if you live with other people, because I feel like you're really in a refreshing energy and people around you, perhaps in your home setting, may not be receptive to that energy. They may be in their own mood. And so there could be some conflict, you know, where you're feeling light and bright and maybe they're a little bit not feeling that way. So there could be some conflict there. I don't feel like it's anything major. I don't feel like it's anything you won't overcome. It's just kind of maybe a little tiff here and there, but again, nothing major. So let's see what else. Okay, I guess just one. So it says, love is a present that can be given every single day you live. Yes. And that's really, I think, the journey that you guys have been on. It's about, right, I can choose to dwell on things. I can choose to be in the negative, or I can work on myself, work on what's happened, release it, and step into a lighter, brighter time. And I think that's really what you've been doing. So this reading is almost kind of a thumbs up from Spirit. Just, you know, good work, keep it up, keep doing your thing. Oh, I want to get some, I'm just going to pull a couple of potential days of importance. So we have the 27th, 26th, 27th, 22nd, and the 18th. So those days may be noteworthy. And I want to get one last card here. No, two last. Actually, let's see if there are any blessings coming in. Spirit, any blessings for this group for June? Confidence. Yes, that's what I was saying. Releasing that need for perfectionism, you know, just going out there. You're feeling good. You're looking good. You're meeting people. There's a real bright social energy, accepting new beginnings. Wonderful. What else? Oh, reconciliation. Okay. So we have parties and events and falling in love. So yeah, for some of you, I was going to say this could be kind of reconciling with yourself, balancing your masculine and feminine energies. So that could be for some of you. Also to do with this confidence. For some of you, you could be reconnecting with somebody. I'm not feeling a heavy energy if that's the case. I don't feel like this is anybody you've been in a serious commitment with in the past. This could be somebody in passing, someone you knew from childhood who you're, right? Because I feel like you're going to be very social. You're going to be out and about. And you may see somebody, a former coworker who you had a crush on, never went anywhere, or they didn't even know. And you're going to perhaps connect with them. So there is a component there. And we have parties and events. Some of you may be going to a pool party. But I see a very social, active energy for you this month. Wonderful. So I'm going to get one last card. Oh, Look at that. And I love the rainbow here. I'm going to read from the book. This is card number 13. Interesting, we had death, right, release, and we have 13, the happily ever after witch. So let's see what she has to say. The happily ever after witch predicts a lucky time, promising a happily ever after for you. Your attainable plans certainly receive support. You make wonderful progress, and many happy celebrations result from your surprisingly magical esteem. I love how it all ties in. Heaven sent new people, new places, and unique opportunities now appear like never before. You have very special choices to make that will never again come your way. I love that. So I'll just hold that up for you. Beautiful, beautiful energy for you guys. You've really been doing the work, and really enjoy this month. It's going to be a great one. You guys have certainly earned it. So I will leave it there. I hope this reading brought you some clarity and guidance. If you liked it, please like it, please subscribe, and if you want to leave me a comment, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Until next time, I will see you guys later. You guys take care. Bye-bye. All right, hello. Group 3, you guys chose the solicit. Beautiful stone here. This stone helps with achieving inner peace. It's beautiful for introspection, self-healing, and psychic abilities, connecting with your psychic abilities to gain clarity, right? Kind of that blank slate, but you can kind of see there's a little bit of striations there. So it's beautiful to meditate with this stone. So we are looking at the month of June for you guys. For this month, I was drawn to bright, vivid colors. So all the cards are very colorful. And I thought we would start off with this deck. It's a kind of color your own deck. So I want to see kind of the theme here for your month ahead. So how you're going to be coloring the month of June. So Spirit, for those who chose this group, please give us a theme here. What's this group going to be covering here in the month of June? Whew. Patience, slow down, gather more information, divine timing. Nice. Yeah, I want to get one more. I wasn't going to, but oh, that's too many. One more. Time to simplify. Keep it simple. Find your flow state. Choose joy and ease. Nice. So far, and it kind of ties in with the stone you chose, there's a sense here of calm. I don't know if you guys have been having, if it's been kind of chaotic in these past months for you. If that's the case, you're definitely going to be in a flow state. I'm just getting there's no need to rush. So I just kind of see you sitting patiently in a real space of introspection and maybe looking to simplify your life. You may be going through, getting rid of clutter, getting rid of, old clothing that you don't wear anymore, kind of refreshing your living space, maybe changing it up a bit, new accessories, new furniture, something, maybe a coat of paint. I just see you kind of doing a little bit of a refresh, but it feels very much in your time. There's no rush. You're taking your time to choose your colors that you want. If you're, I'm seeing somebody like choosing throw pillows at a store and just kind of taking their time, well, what am I feeling here? Yeah, it feels like a really calm, peaceful energy for you guys. So we'll see what else comes up. As I'm tapping into it, I can really feel myself just taking a deep breath and don't need to rush. So let's see what else. Month of June. Nice. Six of Wands. Whoa, I wanted to fly away. Eight of Cups. And the Sun. Wow, look at that sun. That expression. Nice. And we have at the bottom of the deck, Strength. Yeah, so you may be kind of, I'm seeing like somebody sitting, it sounds terrible, you know, it sounds heavier, like your inner demons, or just like you have a lot of self-control this month is what I'm seeing. You're not letting any negativity infiltrate your space. It's like you've cast a protective circle around your energy, and you're not letting anything penetrate that. You're not letting negative people, you're not letting negative thought patterns, processes. Somebody cuts you off in traffic, maybe that would have set you off before, but I see you just being in a very zen-like state. Nothing's going to rile you. You refuse to let anybody like pop your balloon of safety, of security, of just being in a nice flow state. Nobody's going to really get your goat this month because you're not allowing it. So that is a wonderful energy. As I'm looking, when this card popped out, I was drawn to these flowers here, and it took me to Candyland, the board game. So I'm not sure what the significance is of that. Let me tap in. Sometimes it can be as literal as somebody, maybe their inner child feels the need to go play a game of Candyland. Maybe you're going to be babysitting a niece, nephew, or your own kids, and it's like, hey, let's play a game of Candyland here. I haven't done this since I was a kid. So there could be a kind of a tapping into your inner child this month. But it's like you're reflecting not on the negative stuff, but you're reflecting on all the happy memories that you have from your childhood. But there's some sort of feeling victorious, and it could be in your physical world, but this feels like an emotional victory. Like like I said, maybe you are a type A personality, or you've been just having it's been super chaotic and busy, and you've closed that out. You completed your projects, whatever was the chaos was, you've shifted from that. And it's like, I'm happy. I made it through it. I made it through, and everything resolved in my favor. And now I can just sit back and enjoy this peace. We have the Eight of Cups here. Yeah, so there's kind of I feel like you're leaving behind what you don't need anymore. And this could be emotional, but it feels like it's also physical. Like I said, I see somebody going through and just doing a refresh, getting rid of stuff. I see somebody also going into a closet and getting rid of maybe, a former lover's items, or something that you've been holding on to. I don't know, they're showing it to me like somebody going through a closet and getting rid of oh, this is so-and-so's stuff that they left here. We broke up like 6 months ago. I'm finally going to clear it out. Now that can be literal, or it can be kind of figurative, kind of a releasing emotional baggage, physical baggage, because I'm really seeing a deep cleansing for you guys. That'll be different for everyone. And then we have the Sun here. Yeah, you're stepping into a lighter, brighter time. You're really embracing the Northern Hemisphere. We're entering summer. And again, I'm drawn to that kind of inner child. There's something here. I feel like some of you may kind of go on eBay or something and gather like some old toys, or purchase some old toys that you maybe wanted as a child that you didn't get. And it's like, you know what, I'm going to go and get that. Maybe it's a board game that you always wanted. And it's like, I'm going to get it and maybe set up a friend's night and we're going to play it. There's some sort of like connecting into the joy, the happy memories that you have of your childhood. So let's see what else. What's happening in June? So we have determination, and we have strength. Yeah, we had strength at the bottom of the deck. So again, even though you're in this flow state and you're in this introspective space, you're feeling very strong. You're feeling like you have strong boundaries and you're not going to let anybody, I'm hearing like they're impermeable, or they're not going to be able to penetrate that bubble. They keep giving me that bubble analogy or imagery of like my bubble of protection. No one's going to ruin my peace. Determination, again, there's heavy sun energy here. A lot of warmth, bright lights I'm hearing. I feel like if you are working on a project, you're going to succeed. It's like, I'm determined to make it work. I'm determined to succeed in this, and you will. Let's see. And also I have to say, if you are clearing something out, like I said, a physical item, an emotional attachment or something, you're going to continue to work on it. Even if it feels overwhelming, it's like, I know I need to do this and I'm going to be patient with myself, but I'm determined to clear this once and for all. So that's also coming through. Let's see, month of June. Prayer answered. So there could also be some good news coming in for you this month. Something that you started on. You've been awaiting a response. This could be an interview or a job interview, acceptance to something, maybe you applied for a loan. It's coming in, and it's coming in just at the right time. We have self-esteem. Yeah. And I feel like you're really glowing. Like people are going to be really drawn to you. They may even come up to you and say, you look amazing. What are you doing? And it's really because you have this inner light shining from inside, and it's radiating, and it's going to just draw people to you like moths to a flame. They're just going to be like, there's something about you. You just exude confidence. And it's really because I feel like you're very peaceful this month. You're just very Zen-like, peaceful. People are just going to be really drawn to you. So we have Mars. But it's a controlled Mars. They're saying like you're still moving. You're moving ahead, but you're not like, chaotic or, I've got to get to this point, to that point. You're very controlled in your actions. You're very strategic in your movements this month, which is actually a good thing, because if this prayer answered is an opportunity, a job opportunity, I feel like you're going to be very clear on whether or not you actually want to take it. You're not operating from a place of haste, of, urgency. It's like, well, let me think about this. And you should. We have protection. Yeah, you're very protected this month. And I feel like this is also you protecting yourself. So that is wonderful. That is a beautiful energy to be in. We've got Moon, emotions. So, yeah, I was tapping in, and I do feel like with this Eight of Cups, there is going to be something that you're going to have to release. I feel like it's something that you've been working on, but I'm hearing like now is the time to really make a leap when it comes to this. So like I said, it could be getting rid of old stuff that reminds you of somebody, that reminds you of a time in your life that you just want to release. It could be emotional ties that you're cutting. Maybe you're doing a cord cutting ritual. Perhaps you're working with the moon, the lunar cycles, to do some emotional purging. Or these lunar cycles this month of June may be very potent and powerful for you. You may find yourself getting emotional and having a good cry, and that's okay. let it out, you know. Yeah, we have green, revitalize your nervous system. So I feel like you're slowing down and you're protecting yourself because you know you need it, but you just, yeah, you need to kind of do that in order to get into further balance. Beautiful. Look at this, another green card. Emerald, calm your mind, body, and soul. Tying in with patience. You're really freeing yourself. There's a lot of emotional freedom this month for you guys. So that is wonderful. All right, let's get some charms. Let's get some charms here. It's maybe a bit loud, but let's see what else we can get for your month of June. Okay, let me turn these over. Family, I love that. We have the Go Team banner. Some of you, I'm seeing somebody going to like a cheerleading competition. So I don't know if you have a cheerleader in your family. I'm seeing like a little girl doing cheerleading, or maybe you like doing cheerleading as a kid, and you're going to get back involved with it in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you're going to become a coach. But I feel like there could be some family sporting events that you attend, but also you're going to find that your family, and this is family, right? Whoever you consider to be your family. It could be friends. It doesn't have to be your relations. But there's going to be a lot of emotional support, a lot of encouragement given to you by people who you consider to be your family this month. So you're really going to be able to lean on them. So especially if there's some emotional ties where you're needing to let go and you need some support, definitely reach out, because you're going to be surprised at how they're just going to be in your corner, is what I'm hearing. So that's beautiful. Health, we have the umbrella. I'm seeing some of you need to work on wearing like sunscreen or just having some sun protection when you're out and about. Could have to do with outdoor events, sporting events. Just make sure you're kind of taking care of yourself in that regard. I feel like your health is very protected this month though. And again, it ties into that energy. You're taking care of yourself this month especially. So you may be eating more fruits and vegetables. You're definitely going to feel the effects if you've also been working with like a naturopath or a practitioner. I'm hearing you're going to start feeling the results. That's interesting, not seeing, but you're going to feel the results of whatever supplements you've been taking. So that is wonderful. We have organized with the clipboard here. Yeah, again, with this time to simplify, I feel like you're just going through and doing a whole life reset, a refresh. You're just going to like, I need to just mix everything up, change it up, and maybe get a new wardrobe. Like I said, your living space. It's maybe getting your finances in order, the whole thing. So you're going to feel very energized and motivated. So definitely take advantage of it this month to get all that done. We have idea with the microphone. You're going to have a lot of, because again, with this stone that you chose, I'm just seeing like psychic abilities and clarity. So you're going to get a lot of ideas. This may be just for yourself to act upon, but for some of you, you may have projects at work and you're going to be more vocal about it. You're not going to be so shy to withhold them. You're going to just, if you're in a meeting, you're going to express yourself and share your thoughts, your ideas on whatever everybody's working on. And interesting, I feel like these are tied together with finances and the perfume. It's like you're very persuasive this month. So if you do have an idea, either that involves work or with others, or maybe it's a job, a side hustle that you want to start, it's going to work out for you. It's going to bring you the financial gains that you're hoping. You may work on something and get a bonus at work. If you work with people where you get commission, you're just going to be, I'm hearing a smooth talker, but it's not in a negative way. You have a way with people, and you're going to be just flowing with ideas and how you communicate them. And it's going to bring you the material rewards. I guess we'll leave it at that. Friendship, yes, a lot of balance here. Again, it ties in with family. You're going to be very, I'm hearing like symbiotic with your friend group. Again, I keep seeing that board game. So maybe you're going to have a board game night with them. Maybe a family game night. I don't know why that keeps coming through. But it's going to be, I'm just hearing good times. Good times with good people. And lesson, we have the coffee cup. I just see you kind of reflecting. I'm seeing somebody sit with like a cup of tea and just kind of sitting there cozy in a blanket. I know it's summer, but that's what they're showing me. And just kind of reflecting back on life memories. It doesn't feel so much as lessons. It's just kind of good times. I just see you really evoking a lot of pleasant memories from your past. And then with home, we have the Cupid charm. Yeah, there's just a lot of love and warmth with your family, with your home life. So if you are partnered, you know, you have children, it's just very, it's a very happy, cozy home. Things are just going to flow. You're not going to have any disagreements or arguments. It's just everybody's really, I'm just seeing like, you know, the sun, this happy face. Everybody's just really, maybe it's just because it's summer and everybody's happy that they're out of school or, you know, we can go out and do outdoor stuff. But so you're going to have a really good time with people. I just keep hearing good people, good times. So yeah, let's see. I want to see some blessings. No, let's first do some dates. So these are, let's see, potential days of interest. So we have the 9th, the 17th, 13th, the 2nd of June, and the 7th. I'm also seeing 27th here, could be significant. So some noteworthy days. And let's see some blessings. Blessings coming in for those who chose this group, please. Spirit. Luxury. Nice. I'm hearing time is a luxury. So I feel like, you know, because you are in this kind of flowy, you know, I'm not rushing, there's no rush. It's going to feel luxurious. Just time is going to feel luxurious to you. And that's a huge blessing. Dreams coming true. Specific person. So the dreams coming true, I feel like you're going to really reap the rewards of an idea that you're going to have. You're going to bring something to life. You're going to get some recognition. And it's going to lead to some really positive gains. Yes, perks and benefits. So I feel like with a specific person, if you've been wanting to hear from someone specific, you will hear from them this month. Yeah. So this could be receiving a letter, receiving a card in the mail, could be an email, text, anything like the written word you're going to hear from this person. Perks and benefits. I feel like there's something about teamwork here with this. I'm getting somehow meeting new people will be integral to growing something. This could have to do with the idea with working with others. Maybe you're going to be networking on a side gig that you're wanting to do. Somehow people, teamwork are going to be very beneficial to you this month. So I want to get one more card. I'll close it up. The Broomstick Witch. I'm going to read from the book. So this is 25. Like the broomstick witch who rides through the night air on her journey to the Sabbath, you have a mission. You reveal an urgent yearning for change. You will emerge from the maze within one lunar cycle. Problems are necessary changes to purification. Success in flying, swimming, and running are forecast when you work at your own pace. Do not let enthusiasm override. However wild your visions, you will avoid flying too high and too fast. Yes. So, great time for air travel too. I'll just leave this for you guys. Yeah, you're doing things at your own pace, and it's going to yield dividends is what I'm hearing. Wonderful. Right? And with however wild your visions. So dream big is what I'm hearing. Dream the big dream. Go for it and see what happens. So that was your month. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought you clarity and guidance. I will leave it here. And I am wishing you all the very best until I see you next time. You guys take care. Bye-bye.